Welcome to the history of French cuisine. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to keep up with all the latest from Main Dish Media. Let us dive into a world where food is not just sustenance, but an art form. The story of French cuisine begins in the Middle Ages, a time when meals were more than just a way to satisfy hunger. They were grand events, a way for the nobility to display their wealth and status. The Catholic Church also played a significant role, with religious observances dictating the rhythm of meals and the types of food that were eaten. During this time, spices were a measure of wealth and were used liberally in cooking. Nutmeg, cinnamon and saffron were favorites, adding exotic flavors to dishes. Meats were a staple, often prepared in elaborate ways to impress guests. And let's not forget about the bread. From the crusty baguette to the soft brioche, bread was, and still is, a cornerstone of French cuisine. Then came a period of discovery and change. As explorers set off to the New World, they brought back a bounty of new ingredients. Tomatoes, potatoes and corn were introduced to French cooks who, with their characteristic flair, incorporated them into their culinary repertoire. And of course, we cannot forget about the first French cookbook, Le Viandier de Taille-Levant. Written in the 14th century, this book was a treasure trove of recipes and cooking techniques. It gave us a glimpse into the culinary scene of the time, from the opulent feasts of the nobility to the simpler fare of the common people. This was the beginning, a time of exploration and experimentation, of grand feasts and humble meals. It laid the foundation for what we now know as French cuisine, a cuisine that is as diverse as it is sophisticated. And so began the journey of French cuisine, a rich tapestry of flavors and techniques that would evolve over centuries. As France changed, so too did its cuisine enter the era of the French Revolution. In the late 18th century, France was in the throes of a profound transformation. The revolution upended centuries-old institutions and societal norms, but it wasn't just the political landscape that was undergoing a metamorphosis. The revolution had a profound impact on French cuisine as well. Before the revolution, food and fine dining were largely the domain of the aristocracy. Luxurious meals were a way for the upper classes to display their wealth and status. But as the revolution swept away the old order, the culinary world was democratized. The French people, who had once been spectators to the culinary extravagance of the aristocracy, were now active participants in the culinary scene. This was the era that gave birth to the modern restaurant. The collapse of the aristocracy meant that many skilled chefs found themselves out of work. These chefs opened up restaurants, offering their culinary skills to a wider clientele. The restaurant, as we know it today, was born out of this period of culinary upheaval. The revolution also gave rise to the concept of haute cuisine. Haute cuisine, literally high cooking, championed the idea of food as an art form. It was about more than just satisfying hunger. It was about creating a sensory experience, a feast for the eyes as well as the palate. One chef who personified this new approach to food was Marie-Antoine Carême. Carême, who started his career in the tumultuous years of the Revolution, became one of the most influential figures in French cuisine. He popularized elaborate and decorative styles of cooking. His creations were works of art, intricate edible sculptures that were as much about aesthetics as they were about taste. The French Revolution, then, was a turning point in the history of French cuisine. It democratized food, giving rise to the modern restaurant and the concept of haute cuisine. It was a period of culinary innovation, a time when chefs like Carême were pushing the boundaries of what was possible in the kitchen. The French Revolution not only changed the political landscape, but also transformed the culinary world. In the 20th century, French cuisine took another revolutionary turn with the Nouvelle Cuisine movement. The Nouvelle Cuisine movement, or New Cuisine, was a seismic shift in the world of gastronomy. It marked a departure from the heavy, rich dishes of classical French cuisine, opting instead for a lighter, more delicate approach to food preparation. This was a time when the culinary world was ready for a change, and Nouvelle Cuisine was its answer. At the heart of this movement was a focus on simplicity and elegance. Chefs began to value the inherent flavors of fresh, high-quality ingredients, and their dishes reflected this. Gone were the heavy sauces and overbearing garnishes. Instead, the emphasis was on allowing the natural tastes and textures of the food to shine through. The presentation of dishes also became an art form in itself, with chefs using their plates as canvases to create visually stunning arrangements. One cannot discuss Nouvelle Cuisine without mentioning its torchbearers. Chefs like Paul Bocuse and Michel Guérard were instrumental in shaping this movement. Bocuse, often referred to as the Pope of French cuisine, championed the use of fresh, high-quality ingredients and was known for his innovative, artful presentations. Guérard, on the other hand, was a pioneer of cuisine minceur, a lighter, healthier style of cooking that became a cornerstone of Nouvelle Cuisine. Their influence extended far beyond the borders of France. They inspired a generation of chefs around the world to embrace this new approach to cooking, forever changing the landscape of global cuisine. But Nouvelle Cuisine was more than just a culinary trend. It was a reflection of the changing social and cultural values of the time. It emphasized quality over quantity, aesthetics over excess, and innovation over tradition. In doing so, it challenged the status quo and pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible in the kitchen. With Nouvelle Cuisine, French cooking had once again reinvented itself, proving its ability to adapt and evolve. This was a testament to the enduring influence and resilience of French cuisine, which continues to shape the world of gastronomy even today. And in today's globalized world, French cuisine continues to influence and be influenced by other cultures. This interplay of traditions is a testament to the adaptability and resilience of French culinary arts. As French chefs explore the world, they bring back a trove of new ingredients and techniques that they incorporate into their dishes. This fusion of French culinary techniques with international ingredients has given birth to innovative and exciting dishes that continue to captivate food lovers across the globe. For example, the incorporation of Asian spices into traditional French sauces, or the use of South American fruits in classic French desserts, has opened up a world of flavors previously unexplored in French cuisine. This marriage of the old and the new, the local and the global, has become a defining characteristic of French cuisine in the 21st century. Yet despite these global influences, French cuisine remains deeply rooted in its regional traditions. From the hearty cassoulet of the southwest to the delicate quenelles of Lyon, regional dishes continue to hold a special place in the hearts and kitchens of the French. These dishes, with their rich, complex flavors, are a reflection of the diverse landscapes and cultures that make up France. Equally important is the French commitment to locally sourced produce. From farm to fork, the French culinary tradition places a premium on quality ingredients. This focus on local sourcing not only enhances the flavor of the dishes, but also supports local farmers and promotes sustainable farming practices. In a world where fast food and convenience are often the norm, French cuisine offers a refreshing counterpoint. It invites us to slow down, to savor each bite, and to appreciate the skill and passion that go into creating each dish. Today, French cuisine maintains its status as a beacon of culinary excellence, always evolving while staying true to its rich heritage. Whether you're a seasoned gourmet or a casual foodie, the allure of French cuisine is irresistible. Its ability to innovate while honoring tradition is a testament to the enduring appeal of French culinary arts. And from its humble beginnings to its current global influence, French cuisine has had a fascinating journey. This culinary odyssey, steeped in rich history, has shaped not just France but the world's food landscape in profound ways. We began our exploration with the historical context of French cuisine, tracing back to the Middle Ages. We saw how the elaborate feasts of the nobility filled with rich, heavy dishes set the stage for the evolution of French cooking. A cuisine that started from the basic need for sustenance has evolved into an art form, celebrated and revered worldwide. Then we moved into the era of the French Revolution, a period of great upheaval that gave birth to haute cuisine. In the ashes of the old aristocracy, chefs found new patrons in the burgeoning middle class. This shift in audience led to a refinement of cooking methods and presentation, turning food into a status symbol. The revolution, in a way, democratized French cooking, bringing it into the homes of the many, rather than the few. In the mid-20th century, we witnessed the rise of the Nouvelle Cuisine movement. This was a period of rebirth and innovation, a culinary revolution that shook off the shackles of tradition. Chefs sought to liberate their dishes from the heavy sauces and complex techniques of the past, focusing instead on natural flavors and simplicity. Nouvelle Cuisine brought a breath of fresh air to the kitchen, redefining what French cooking could be. Fast forward to today, and we find a vibrant, dynamic food scene that continues to evolve. French cuisine now strikes a delicate balance between tradition and innovation, honoring its past while eagerly embracing the new. As we've seen, French cuisine is more than just food, it's a reflection of the country's history, culture, and spirit. So the next time you enjoy a French dish, remember the centuries of tradition and innovation behind every bite. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.